Today, I want to talk about rewarding yourself. As entrepreneurs, we either forget to do it too much, or don't do it at all. And striking a balance of work to rewards is quite essential to your success. The rewards of working for yourself in a sustaining manner are constant and ever present throughout your daily operations. But remember that you're human, and human beings work better when given incentive on what we perceive as tangible. Remember back in grade school when the school would do some fundraiser and you would go around selling to your neighbors and family members? Well, why would you do that? Well, there was always that big prize, like a bicycle or a pizza party to the top seller, and we all wanted that. Similarly, I used to spend so much money on skeeball. I would get like 3,000 tickets and trade them in for a pen with like a fuzzy top on it or decoder ring, and those things made me happy. The same is still true today, but when you're starting out and capital is low, how do you reward yourself without burning up funds that you might need to make payroll? Well, I like to reward efficiency. Whenever I exceed a sales quota, whenever I complete something on time, or something that was a milestone. I try to keep it simple, and here are some ideas I like to use for rewarding myself.
Let's say I expected a project to take about 50 hours, but I worked extra efficiently and I got that project in at about 40 hours. To me, my efficiency equals about 10 hours. I then apply an internal rate, which is essentially the total cost of your monthly expenses divided by how many hours a month you want to work. And using an internal rate of, let's say, $10 to keep things simple, I come up with a number that I just saved myself $100 in time being efficient. I like to think of this money as a point system. So if I were playing a game, I just got $100. Nice. This $100 goes to my rewards bank. On the flip side, let's say that on the next project, I underestimated how long something would take. I thought it would take 40 hours, but actually it took 45. I went over 5 hours. That money is going to have to come from somewhere. So using the same internal rate, 5 hours times $10 an hour equals $50. That money will be deducted from my rewards bank, leaving $50 in the bank. Also, let's add in there an overestimating failsafe. Let's say that I overestimate how long something will take. I'd say up to 25% is fine, but what about 26% overestimated? For every percentage after 25%, I'm going to deduct the internal rate value from the bank. So if I overestimate by 26%, then that is going to deduct 1% the total value from the surplus. To put this into practice, use the original project, which I thought would take 50 hours, but it actually took 38 hours for an efficiency of 12 hours, right? Wrong. To keep myself in check, 25% of 38 is 9 hours. 38 plus 9 hours is 47 hours. Had I projected 47 hours, I could have banked the 9 extra hours. But I said 50, causing a 3-hour deduction. So to adjust for this, I'm going to take the 9 hours that represents the 25% safe overestimating and subtract 3 hours for unsafe overestimating, and I come up with 6 hours bonus for efficiency. The goal of this system is not for me to trick myself, but to project correctly and give incentives for rewards. But because I'm awesome, let's say none of the deductions happened and I still have $100. If I can continue to be efficient for 3 months, using $100 as the available points for my system, I apply the following percentages. 50% of points goes towards something free and physical. I love going outdoors, and sometimes when you work a lot on the computer, you forget to enjoy the day. If I've managed to bank $100, then converting that into time using my internal rate, I'm able to take 50% of 10 hours, which means I get to go do something fun, free, and physical without feeling like I'm slacking off, because I actually earned this. That means riding my bike, going on a nice hike, sitting out by the lake, whatever Northern California has to offer in this category is up for grabs. Next reward percentage I like to follow is 40% towards something paid and mental, which for example is going to the movies. Using the point system, I have $40 to spend, which includes the movie ticket, which is about $10, and the time, which is about 3 hours to travel to see the movie. The great thing about this is if I want to go at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday and use my points, I'm going to go at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday to the movies. If you really want to experience the joy of being your own boss, do this and know that you earned it. Trust me, it's the greatest feeling in the world. In terms of partying, I say 10% cash payout towards partying. If I'm $100 efficient, I can go out with $10 and have a ball.
Those are just initial numbers, but let's say that I can hold out for 6 months without spending bonus points. Then I reward myself double. And I do this simply by doubling the percentages. What was 50% is now 100. What was 40% is now 80. And 10 is now 20. I don't want to hold on to bonus points longer than that, and we'll have a mandatory spend time at 7 months. This is not a use them or lose them sort of thing, but more of a framework to give myself the go-ahead for rewards. Let's wrap this up and say you give yourself 20 hours quarterly bonus just for staying on time, and have fun with this. However you choose to reward yourself, make sure that you take the time out and do it. Have fun with it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on these ideas and percentages, and especially if you can come up with anything better, please let me know. For now, this works for me, and hopefully there's something there for you as well. I'm Ja Shia, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.